What's up, people? Welcome back to the Red Devil Circle. Isn't it just such a good vibe when the team is playing so well? Like, don't you guys enjoy that? Because I definitely do. Like, no one wants to come out every time and feeling depressed and angry because the team is not putting out a performance that deserves to wear that shirt. Like, if you're playing for Manchester United, this is the standard we want. This is the kind of energy we want every time. We need to feel that the players that are playing for this badge are not just doing the bare minimum. They're doing everything to put the opponents to the sword, and that's what we saw today, right? It was exciting. It was beautiful to watch. It was entertaining. They played with intent. They played with cojones. They did everything today. The the team was right. That's one big takeaway from this, right? Ten Hag put up a good team to go against Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace is not just a team that they have a structure. They have a system of playing. Um, they have a lot of young talents. So it's not just a push away team. So that was a brilliant performance. 3-0 at full time, and I'll take that every time of the day, all right? So let's get into the players that played today. I think everyone did played a good part in this. Everyone did a good job today. It was amazing to watch. Kept it simple. And that's another big point I want to make. There's beauty in simplicity. There is beauty in simplicity. That's what you need to hear today, guys. It's like every player today had that in their head, right? Playing Garnacho for me on the left, instead of Rashford, that made a difference because Garnacho probes and releases the ball when he needs to. He makes a pass as quickly as he sees it. But if it was Rashford, he's not just probing. He's trying to dribble into spaces that are non-existent, and he's just losing the ball all the time. And what we're saying now is that if you just play it simple, if you do the basics right, repetitively, um, you're gonna come out with a top performance. There's beauty in simplicity. So I'm gonna start with Onana. It didn't look like he had much to do. He played a few good passes here and there, um, taking away pressure from the defenders when he got the ball. And there, Crystal Palace is on the high press. He quickly just finds a man who's who's spread out wide, just waiting for the ball on the wing. And that's what he did. He did that brilliantly today. I don't know what his passing was like, but his passing accuracy, I'm not sure what that was like, but I reckon that it was brilliant. Varane, God, such a luxury of a defender. He just made that. He brought back the confidence. He made that defense click. I could argue he should be the captain because he seems to give the team that confidence. In the back today, we look comfortable. We weren't giving away too many balls. Um, but also, you got to give credit to the fact that we have a midfield that could actually receive the balls and turn away from pressure. So, yeah, Varane made the difference in the back line today. Harry Maguire, he kept it simple. He didn't make no mistakes. That's all I'm gonna say about him. He didn't make no mistakes as he usually does. He didn't score a banging header against us. He kept it simple. I don't see too many. I didn't see too many forward passing from him, but there was one or so in the second half, which he played it like he was using his whole career to play that one pass into the midfield, which was a good pass. It got to the player, but there was too much force on the pass. But I'm not going to talk about Maguire because it's a sore topic, really. But he was decent today. He kept it simple, didn't make any errors, and that was good. Dalo, I had a little criticism for him th- about the Burnley game, which was when I did a preview to the Crystal Palace game. I criticized his passing a bit, but you can see that if you have better midfielders to take the ball away from the defense, then things get a bit easier, right? So Dallo was good, especially going forward. He was absolutely brilliant. Um, he runs into space. He receives the ball. He plays a pass, runs into space. Um, he made good use of the spaces, and his link up play was good today. So I'm not gonna fault him on anything today. That was a top performance from Diego Dallo. Uh, Garnacho, on the other hand, he was electric. It was just so beautiful to watch Garnacho today. You want a young player to show drive, show intention, show passion, and he showed all of those things. Right? He seemed like someone who's taken heed to what the coach has instructed him to, and he was everywhere. He was probing and releasing the passes when he needed to, and the link up with Martial was just excellent. They're just feeding off each other. There's no selfishness, and that's just brilliant. Like that's what you need. That's literally what you need. You can't have an attack where you're losing the ball as quickly as you get it, and that makes a lot of things disjointed. No one is trying to rush things. That's what I saw today. I think with Bruno and Rashford out of the team, that kind of made the difference there. Everyone's probing and drawing the Crystal Palace players in, and we're passing and feeding off each other. Um, it looked like there's much communication going, but honestly, it's just about keeping it simple. Doing the simple things right repetitively is what helped us to get this comfortable win. Casemiro was brilliant today. Just he just kept playing that forward pass to Palestri and Amrabat. I gotta get to Amrabat in a bit. That was a brilliant first game for him. Not his first game, but first game as a starter for Manchester United. That was brilliant. But Casemiro, he kept playing those passes to Palestri. Amrabat also was playing those passes to Palestri, and Crystal Palace in no period in that game were they able to deal with those forward passes to the wing. And Palestri making those runs and always being available, that was brilliant. Brilliant performance from Casemiro. Banged the goal and an assist. I love it. I love it. Amrabat today, standard. That was a brilliant performance. Um, um, trying to pull out the stats here for Amrabat. Uh, okay, there's not much updates on the stats, but I could tell you for sure because I watched that game that he played brilliantly. He was also one of the people just giving those forward passes to the wing. Um, he kept it simple. He was passing. They were playing off each other. Him and Casemiro. They were making the right passes forward. They were breaking the lines of the opponent. They were just making plays. They were making plays, and that's what we need. Um, I reckon with a better with a with a better attacking midfielder in front of Casemiro and Amrabat, that would be a whole lot better. The team would just gel. It would just come together. Right. This is all my criticism about Ten Hag. He doesn't pick the right players. But when you pick the right players, that patient, that probe, that draw the opponents out, that pass and feed off each other, that keep it simple. That's what you're gonna get. Just play the fucking right players, man. It's that easy. You have a pool of talents to pick from. There's no way you're gonna tell me that the United players can play a system when people like Burnley and whoever the fuck in the Premier League has a system of play, no matter how low they are in the league. So we have talents to play the system. That's the takeaway from this game. Amrabat was brilliant. Brilliant debut, if you say. Um, it looks like that partnership with Casemiro is just gonna is is gonna be a big push for us going forward in the Premier League. I'm excited to see it more so often, and I think he got subbed off so he could get a rest, which is brilliant. I don't think Casemiro got to have a rest today. Um, let's just look at the substitutions here. Lindelof, Daniel Gore, Johnny Evans, Donny, Rasmus. Yeah, Casemiro didn't get to come off. It would have been nice for him to get, some a bit of rest. But yeah, we move on. Amrabat, absolutely brilliant. Pelestri, yeah, he was just good going forward. He didn't really beat too many men, but he kept it simple. He showed up for the ball. He made those runs to receive the ball, and thereby was stretching the Palace. We're stretching their structure. Trying to make them disjointed. We're pulling them out of their system in which they're playing. We're stretching the opponents, and that's what Palestra was doing. He did that brilliantly. Um, yeah, and he combined with Dallo pretty well. I think they were feeding off each other as well. There was good bit of communication there, good bit of link up play. That was brilliant to watch. It's always good when the wing backs and the wing players on the same page. So yeah, that was good. That was good. Um, Same as Garnacho on the left. He communicated well with Varane or Maguire because they kept switching and so that was good. And I'm going to come into I'm going to come to Lindelof in a bit because he's one of those players I respect. I like. He gets a lot of shit sometimes, but if you pair him up with good players, like he does his thing. Iceman. That forward run he made in the second half, Jesus Christ, that was good. That was good. If Martial had just given the right pass, it was a little bit behind Lindelof, but he carried that ball. Because I said that in my preview yesterday, right? You have a defender, and you need them. You need defenders in the team that are able to drive the ball forward. And if you pair up Lindelof with Varane, that's gonna be pretty great. That's good right there. So yeah, Lindelof came in and did good. I digress a bit, but let's get back into it. Mason Mount was good today. Like he was playing off the players on the left and on the right. He was playing off Garnacho, taking the ball from Casemiro and whatnot. Him and Mabry seemed to have a bit of understanding there. I think it was in the first half on the right wing where they're just trying to play off each other. He lost the ball at the end because Mabry just put a bit too much on the pass, but he was linking up well, he was trying to at least, and he put in a good cross for Martial once, which he didn't quite get to, but he was electric today. He showed passion. He showed energy. So I'm really glad with his performance today. He hasn't really covered himself in glory ever since he got signed, but today he could have something to be happy about. To build with going forward into the next games. Maybe you know it was a decent performance. I don't want to hype it too much because at the end of the day, it wasn't a brilliant performance, but he always shows up for the ball. He always makes runs, and he's always trying to affect the game. and that's good from a young player. He's not shying away from the ball. He's not shying away from tackles. He's not shying away from physical battles. You could give him credit for that for sure. But I would like to see Donny. Get me? Like Donny came in and he was just. It's like driving. You drive. It's like driving a truck and then you get in a Porsche. It's just different. Like Donny offers, he offers something different to the team. Like the way he carries the ball, the way he protects the ball, his awareness of the players moving around him, the runs he makes. Um, it would be so nice to have Donny in there. You feel me? So we should get Donny in there. I don't care what's going on with him and the manager. The manager needs. That's what I'm saying. Like if this manager made good decisions more often, we'll be in a lot better spot in the Premier League. We'll have known our starting 11 by now. Just make the fucking right decisions so we can enjoy some fucking football and not come out and give negative reports on Manchester United and whatnot. If we're playing well on the pitch, a lot of things will a lot of things wouldn't get out in the press and whatnot, right? So yeah, maybe we did okay, but I'll like to see someone else in that role. And definitely not Bruno, because I just think Bruno gives the ball away like too often because he's trying to play a 40-yard pass or 30-yard pass. He just plays the ball hurriedly, and that's a detriment to the team that's trying to probe and pass off each other and play the system. It's not good. A player like Bruno's, he needs to adjust his game. I don't hate Bruno, but hate is a strong word. But whatever. I don't not like Bruno, but he needs to adjust his game. Rashford, I think he should be on the bench already because he's just done too much for me to see and be like, look, you need to be on the bench for other players who are patient with the ball to come in and give us something different. Um, and Bruno has to do that too, or his ass should be on the bench as well. Martial was good today. You could just tell, like I said, he's one of those players that shows the difference between a Porsche and a fucking truck. He came in there in the number 9 and he Martialed that role. He Martialed that role. He Martialed that role. It's a good one. But yeah, he did really good today. He made those runs and he was available to pass the ball. He was available to connect the attack. He made the attack so much better. Um, so that was brilliant. That was brilliant. Um, for the first time in a while, I was really happy with Martial. He had an injury scare a bit when he got fouled, but he seemed to recover fine. So I'm happy today. This was a great win. I'm buzzing. 3-0. I know it's the Carabao Cup, but the thing is, there's a lot of positives to take from this game, and it just shows you that if you make the right decisions, you play the right players, take away bias and favoritism, it just shows you that we have a good team to work with. I'll get into the subs here. Like I said, Lindelof, Iceman. I want to see him with Varane. He's a brilliant defender. Daniel Gore, he came in and he offered something, right? But you could tell that once we took Amrabat and Varane out, the team was not quite the same, right? But after a little bit, after a few minutes, we seemed to get control of it. Daniel Gore came in and was good performance. For the time he was there, can't fault him. Great young lad to have on the bench. Johnny Evans, okay performance. Donny van de Beek, I think they should try to implement him into this team. They should try to give him a place in this team. He's one of those players I don't think have had much of a chance. Just like um, more than any other player actually. I was gonna say Sancho. Sancho has not had as much chances given to him as Rashford has, but Donny is just one that never really got much of a chance, to be honest, in throughout his United career. And if not now, then when? You get me? So he needs to be on the team shit. He needs to at least get him off the bench more often, put him in the starting lineup for me, and we'll see a lot better football. Because once you have a lot of players with football intellect, you're just gonna play way much better. Because the understanding is they're on the same level. No one is trying to make up for the other one. It's gonna be brilliant. Rasmus Højlund, the little time he came in, I wasn't too impressed, but he didn't have much time on the pitch, and he did a few things that were good. All right, his movement was good, but he obviously he still needs to start the next game we have. Uh, so yeah, that was really good. I'm just trying to see our fixtures here. I think we're playing Galatasaray in the Champions League, and then back in the Premier League with Brentford. Uh, yeah, we have Galatasaray, Brentford, Sheffield United, um, and then back in the Champions League with FC Copenhagen. So we're looking at like four winnable games right here. Yeah, and we should get on a roll. We have to, because we've lost a lot of games in the Premier League right now. And winning these games in the Champions League and the Premier League against Brentford and Sheffield United should give us a huge boost going forward. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're buzzing as much as I was, just seeing the goals flying from Garnacho, from Casemiro, from who else was it? It was Garnacho, Casemiro, and I forget who I can't remember who the third goal quite came from. Yeah, Martial. How could I forget that? Anyway, that was a good watch. I hope you enjoyed it too. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe there below. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna come. We're gonna be back here tomorrow. We'll do a tactical breakdown of this game. It's just better to do that when you're not running on emotions and whatnot. Just a level head and tactically break down the game. But this was a good watch. We played better football, and I'm just curious to see how we're gonna move forward with this. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.